or if it is forced upon, because that is the same as casting pearls before swine. Among the things I learned about this book from Makhlid, a good Lebanese Muslim friend from Beirut. He told me, make sure he say he's a good Muslim. But I have different ideas. But he's a good Muslim. And my good friend taught me that La ikraha fi al-din. Excuse my Bronx accent. But I'm sure you understand that you cannot force a religion. You cannot force love of God. You cannot force love of your fellow human beings. The gift of this book and understanding it teaches it is an endowment, a gift that is unearned. We earn it when we love God and our fellow human beings freely, without coercion. Without free will, its value is incomprehensible. Your tolerance in this room with you, permitting me to express these ideas, is such an example. And we are here to learn from and recite and recall and ponder the examples of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Another example that I learned, and I'm sure you've heard it, but I'll share with you my impression. I learned about the legend of the cloak of the Prophet, peace be upon him. How the important men of Mecca who financed the refurbishment of the Kaaba wanted to have the distinct honor of replacing the sacred black stone to be placed into the foundation of the Kaaba. So they argued among themselves who should do it. Respecting the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, they brought the matter to him for arbitration. They asked him to choose the better man from among them to carry the sacred stone, each one making the case of why the one was better than the other. The sacred stone that was once carried by Adam from the garden, peace be upon him, and again by Noah and his sons after the flood. The Prophet, peace be upon him, removed the cloak from around his shoulders, had the sacred stone placed on it, and directed each of them to pick up a corner of the cloak, and together carry it to the place it rested this day. I thought about that a lot. His example of equity and equality among men are lessons in diplomacy and fairness we can apply in our daily lives. I trust by now that you accept me as one who seeks understanding and peace between people of all nations and religious convictions. I have traveled around the world. I've witnessed the good sides of people and humanity and the bad. I have worked as a soldier and served as a soldier. I served with soldiers. Among those, Pakistani soldiers. And I'm sure many of you know the discipline of and the bravery and the heroism of Pakistani soldiers are unequal. And I know you cannot speak of it because of humility, but I can speak for you. And I can tell you that the Pakistani soldiers that I have encountered are among the bravest soldiers and discipline in the world, of which you could all be proud. Among them, my good friend, Major Mubashir, and my good friend, Iftikhar. I can also tell you how they're disciplined in their uniform. Good Lord, I mean, I digress a bit, but if you ever see a true Pakistani soldier dressed to the nines, you can cut your finger on his creases and comb your hair in their boots. I kid you not. Great soldiers, except we were talking about, except when it's the season for cricket. Then all of a sudden they disappear. I don't know where they are. But I hope that you trust from my experience and what I wish to share with you, that I've drawn from and learned from my training and experience in the realm of diplomacy and global security, national security, and counterterrorism, combined with this understanding, this limited understanding that I have of Islam, that few in my profession truly grasp. But today it offers me a unique opportunity to address the concerns many have when all they can see on TV and the news is murder perpetrated in the name of Islam. We cannot ignore this, my friend.